My name is Jacqueline Urena, and I have a question for you. Have you ever been stricken by allergies? Were you one of the unlucky ones that had to endure with pollen, or cat dander, or dog dander, or just food allergies altogether? Today I'm going to be talking and discussing dander of animals and how it inflicted me and how you can actually combat this. I'll be discussing some fun facts from WebMD and a story of how I had allergies. Now, WebMD gives us great statistics that shows that about 30% of adults have allergies. About 40% of those are children. And when it comes down to parents, they can pass down those genes to their children. Usually they say that it's about 30 to 40% of adults pass down those genes to their children. I was one of those children. I have dander allergies, and it was passed down from my mom. She had asthma towards cats and dogs, and it really affected me growing up. Now, when I was around 5 to 7 years old, I lived with my grandma outside of the United States. And she had cats, dogs, and birds. And I was a happy child. The only thing that I showed as allergies was eczema in my arms. Once I moved back with my mom to the United States, my mom did have a cat, and she had to get rid of that cat because of her allergies. And also because of mine. I do remember this conversation that I had with my mom when I was about 9 years old, saying she was asking me of what do I want to be when I grow up, which my answer was, as an animal lover, growing up with it in Dominican Republic with my grandmother, I said I wanted to be a vet. My mom absolutely prohibited that I go into that field because of my allergies. And I still remember to this day having that conversation with her and trying to convince her at 9 years old that there are ways that you can combat this. You can have antihistamines medication. You can also go to a doctor which will inject you with the allergen that inflicts you, to try to see if by putting it in your system will recoup and you will no longer have this affliction. Obviously, at 9 years old, I could not convince my mom that that was the route that I wanted to go and that there was ways to be able to do this. Ever since that point of my life, we had no pets in the house. This really hurt because, like I said, it struck a nerve when I had pets at a younger age, and now I couldn't. But the story gets better. When I was an adult, I did marry, and he had a dog, and we ended up having 3 dogs, in which I didn't take antihistamines, I didn't take anything, I just dealt with it, which I ended up blowing up, swelling up. My body swelled up, but I was happy. I had my dogs, and I was super happy. So my story to you is, you should not allow somebody to tell you that you shouldn't do something just because you have an affliction. It is best to know that if you have allergies and they hinder you, it shouldn't stop you from pursuing the medical field of antihistamines, injections. I hear that also acupuncturing helps for that as well. So don't stop yourself from having a pet, a loving pet, if that's what you want, because there are ways around that. And that is my message to you. Thank you.